It's been quite some time, but it's Italia, your content strategist and mentor. And today we are going to be talking about repurposing on TikTok. I'm going to go ahead, get my slides going. I feel like it's been so long since I've had slides. All right, so this is what we're talking about today. Hello. How are y'all doing? We're on Thursday. How's your Thursday going? So we're going to be talking about repurposing your content. First is share this live with 2 friends who create content. And secondly, I want to know more about you. So what is it that you do on Instagram so that when I'm giving examples, I can give examples that are specific to you and your brand. Hello. If you're just joining, make sure to share this with 2 friends. And we're going to go ahead and jump in. Like if you've been watching my lives for a while, I usually just jump right on in, but I do want to know what it is that you do on Instagram so that when I'm giving examples, I can give examples specific to you and your business. So right now, let me know, do you currently repurpose content? So where are y'all as far as repurposing content? So give me a thumbs up if you already repurpose your content. Okay, so Be More Self is a food freedom and body empowerment coach. Nice to meet you. Hello. And so let me know if you already repurposed content. If you're already using TikTok, are you on TikTok? Are you not on TikTok? So give me a thumbs up if you already are repurposing your content currently. And while I wait for that, there's always a slight delay. So I always usually go back. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just jump right in. And so the first thing that you want to do when repurposing your content is understanding TikTok viewers. I think a lot of people kind of commented back on the post I made and said that TikTok doesn't like them or TikTok doesn't really do well with their content and all of that. And you have to kind of understand when it comes to TikTok that they are people that want fast action. So TikTok is something that they want fast. People want kind of like a recap message, and then people are really into unpopular opinions and they're very opinionated over on TikTok. So if you do use TikTok already, so like people are saying they barely have TikTok, they don't have TikTok. Someone repurposes content, but not on TikTok. Estelle, I'm like, wait, am I reading right? So understanding your TikTok viewers. And so in understanding TikTok viewers, you also have to understand that the type of niching in TikTok is so different. So that brings me to your market research. You want to see what the people that are successful within your niche are doing on TikTok. So TikTok is a whole different, ball game because it's very niche specific. And so when I say niche specific, I'm saying like if you decide, so my TikTok is a family TikTok. So it's about me and my husband and my life abroad. Why can't I speak? My life abroad. I don't really talk about my business much on there. Just here and there if somebody asks questions, but it's because TikTok, like the way that their thing is, like you have your niche and you stick to it. And like, that's what you're talking about. And when I was doing the market research and I was researching like people who talk about Instagram or people who talk about social media, and then I researched people who just talked about their lives, and I love it as a creative outlet. So I decided to go more towards just the family TikTok. With that being said, I do get clients from TikTok, but it's because the way that I create the content and how I repurpose and how I answer the questions that people ask me on TikTok. So when you're deciding your niche on there, you want to make sure that you're doing your market research and seeing what other people are doing. And so for some of you, so food freedom and body empowerment coach, I feel like there's a lot of people on TikTok that are body positive. And so having a body positive page and then tying in your coaching would be a great way that you can reach more people on TikTok. And then so Sheller's House of Light is a Reiki, I'm probably saying that wrong, energy healer, and a crystal shop. So on TikTok, I have seen like people share their crystals, and you talk about the different crystals and what the crystals do, and then go live and kind of do like healings for people through virtual. I'm not sure if that's possible, but that is something that you can do on TikTok that I've seen that works. Personal training, strength, confidence, non-aesthetics focus. I feel like if you wanted to focus more on personal training, then you could give people tips on things that they can do at home, or kind of like ways to solve problems that your ideal client has. I have not seen, maybe because it's the algorithm and I don't have clients that are currently within personal training, but I haven't seen any that are specific to that. But it's something to like look up the hashtag personal training and then go through and do some market research and see what the people that are successful on the app are doing. Okay, if y'all have any questions, you can put them in the question box. I'm also reading this too at the same time. My videos are popular on Insta, aren't so much on TikTok, and the opposite for popular videos on TikTok. Yes, I feel like the type of video, like within your market research, like the type of video on TikTok, I can come face forward and just have a conversation and it will get 60,000 to a million views, right? But on Instagram, it's more aesthetics view, but we're going to talk a little bit more about that here in a moment. Okay, doing market research tends to leave me feeling imposter syndrome. Any tips? So think of your market research as inspiration and not copying. So you're not going on TikTok to see what other people are doing so that you can compare yourself. You're going on TikTok so that you can do things better, right? And so if you think about it like this, like, okay, I'm getting on TikTok to look up someone who's talking about Germany so that one, it can spark my inspiration. It can kind of be like, oh, like this stuff is different. When you're looking at people's content that are the same as you don't want to consistently do it, obviously, because then you kind of get in this place that you tend to copy. So you don't want to copy, but you want to talk about your own experience, and seeing the experiences of others actually will give you one, inspiration, and two, also having boundaries. So if you find that someone is giving you like some serious imposter syndrome, I would definitely take the time to be like, like, let me create this boundary and mute them or block them or whatever is necessary. Okay, so that's with market research. Okay, that's super good to know. Estelle said, I'm not on TikTok because I felt like my client wasn't really on there, but it's a growing platform. Actually, everyone's on TikTok, y'all. Everyone. Like there's so many different niches is what I'm saying that are on TikTok. And if you're somebody that's really wanting to grow your business, I would take the time to consider and look into TikTok. I'm not saying spend all your time on there, because within business, there's different ways that you kind of like, there's different day-to-day duties or things that help us grow our businesses. So you want to keep that in mind, right? It's like, how can I grow my business within this? And how can I use TikTok? For example, like for me on TikTok, once I started really getting into TikTok and starting creating the videos, like I grew from like 400 to 16,000 following, right? But also right now it's following. I do have some partnerships on there, but I don't spend a lot of time on there because I know my time is better spent elsewhere with my clients. So that's also a thing to keep in mind. Okay, I'm going to keep going, but continue to ask questions and I'll answer them as we go here. Okay, so I want to talk to you about the 5 ways that TikToks are different from Reels. And probably because I've been rambling this whole time, I've probably said most of them already, but we're going to still go over this. So the first way is niching. Obviously, I talked about this. Like you have to really niche and stick to your niche and talk in detail about your niche. Like it's not about... Like on TikTok, it's really like anytime I do a video that's not related to my niche, except one time. I did a video about my sweater and it was a sweater hack and it happened to be a hack. And so hacks on TikTok are a thing. Just like think about the salmon, the TikTok salmon, which I eat a lot of the times, but that's something that went viral and it's a food item. So people on TikTok love that. Or even like the pineapple, that you can eat a pineapple without a knife. So when you're niching, like you want to niche all the way down the furthest that you can, and then you can always incorporate things of your business, right? Like if you decide to create a TikTok and you want to do it more from a creative standpoint, doesn't mean that you can't utilize that creative standpoint to get you clients at another time. Like, as I've said, I've grown on Instagram through TikTok. I've gotten clients through TikTok. So definitely don't sleep on TikTok. So number 2, skits. So it's kind of odd. I haven't done one yet, but I've really seen that skits are something that people on TikTok like. Like, they like the reacting, and kind of like, you know, like showing your experience rather than just telling it. A lot of the times I do face forward to camera and I just talk about my experience, but I feel like if I were to skit a lot of my content, then it might do that much better. On Reels, I don't feel like, I mean, there's people that do like skits, but they're not as popular on Reels as they're on Instagram as they are on TikTok. The third thing is storytelling. So on TikTok, people want to know your story, and like a lot of the people in the early beginnings really grew really fast because they started just telling their story in just different ways. And so storytelling is huge there. On Instagram Reels, yes, people tell stories, but it's not something that you see like often. And then also people on TikTok crave for more. They're like, you tell part of a story and it's like you can do part 1 through like 60 and people are still engaged into your content. So that's also something to think about if you're getting on TikTok, is to tell your story and have some storytelling, because that is something that's definitely unique to TikTok. So the fourth thing is going to be quantity. You, like, for real on TikTok, I feel like there's people on TikTok saying that they put 10 videos a day, which is insane, right? But it's a different quality of video, right? It's not like a video. I feel like on Reels, you spend the time and it's like a different, like if you hop on Reels and you just have a quick conversation, it might not be perceived the same way. But on TikTok, like, you can literally use your Instagram stories and create them into TikToks. I've done that multiple times, and those ones do well because you're just talking, right? And you're having a conversation, and that's what people on TikTok want. So I'll, like, if I do like a home tour, or if I'm like, oh, like, here's what I'm up to today, I'll literally save the stories and then I'll put it on TikTok, put a caption on it, and then that's a post, right? So on TikTok, it's less thinking and more doing. And the randomest videos, I feel like, I don't know what's up with that algorithm, but it's great for exposure. The randomest videos go viral. I have a video of me putting up the shade, like putting down the shades for a nap here in Germany, and it has almost 500,000 views, and it's not even, I think it's like 7 seconds, if that, and I'm just putting down the rouladen. I probably said that wrong. But anyway, I'm putting that down, and then I blew out a candle, and like that's what's going viral on TikTok. But I had used that video on my day in the life that I did on Instagram, and I just saved that and then I put it on TikTok. So think about that when you're doing it. Like, if you're already on Instagram and you're already going to talk about your business, or you're already going to talk about your pillars, or you're already going to talk about whatever it is that you are already going to talk about, right? Just save it and then just put that on TikTok, and it'll put it in your quantity. As I said before, you want to make sure that the quantity is worth it. Do not spend hours making TikToks and then there's no return. So you've got to think to yourself, like, you want a return in your investment of time. Okay, and if you do have questions, just put them in the question box. Y'all know when I go live, I like to be in, out, in and out. Okay. So the fifth thing is lose the aesthetic. People on TikTok want raw, they want real, they want funny. They don't really want like the whole like fixing everything up kind of thing. Like, they just want it to be like, here's the story. I've seen that the videos that are doing really well are the ones, I mean, of course there are people who are making transitions and who are doing all of that. But I've been able to grow just by speaking to the camera, and I've seen other people do the same. And it's just really what goes along with your brand. I'm saying, like, if you don't like speaking to the camera, that's different, right? But whatever you enjoy to do, and like, I would take a look at your Instagram stories and see like, okay, like this is what I do on Instagram stories, and then start to make some TikToks from that aspect. Just like a different perspective, because I feel like when you make reels, or maybe me in general, when you make reels, you kind of have a different like mindset when it comes to aestheticizing. I don't even know if that's a word. Your content on Instagram. So those are the 5 things that are different. And I'm going to do a Q&A. So I'm going to ask, okay, yeah, I'm going to do a Q&A, but before we do a Q&A, like all of my slides are in the wrong order, y'all. Why does Instagram do me like this? Okay, I am going to be doing a free masterclass. It is called Recycle Your Content. We're talking about facelifting your content that you already have. So I'm going to walk you through how I repurpose content for myself and for my clients. If you want to join this free masterclass, DM me Recycle and I will send you the link to sign up. And so it's going to be on March 7th and you'll get more details to come on that. But I'm really excited about that. And then that being said, if you have any questions, I'm answering questions now. Let me know if you have questions. If you're just joining, I am going to post this. If Instagram lets me save it, I will post this so you can watch the replay. Okay, I'm going to go through. Talked about that. Okay, let's see. Okay, how would you recommend looking up hashtags through Google or through other users? So when it comes to hashtags, it depends on what app we're talking about. But I always would say I personally look up hashtags on Instagram. For my ones for TikTok, I use very specific hashtags to my niche because, as I said, they're very niche focused. So I never use any random hashtags. I barely use the ones where like 1 billion people are using them. Those ones like SoFi challenge or like the ones that are trending hashtags. I don't usually use those ones just because I'm just kind of like, okay, like I rather use the ones that I'm faithful for and I know these are the hashtags. But there have been people who tried doing their TikToks without hashtags and they've been successful too. I would also recommend to try things on your own. I think there's so many ways to get it right, especially with the way that the TikTok algorithm works. Do you suggest repurposing Insta content to TikTok or Verstix? So I would say to know who you're talking to. So I repurpose my content in a different way when it comes to TikTok. There are very few videos that I post the same video on TikTok as I did on Instagram, just because my communities are different. When it comes to Instagram, my community is so different from TikTok. So you want to do that market research and kind of understand like what is it that people like to see. I would try and post it and see how the reactions are. And like, for example, like if I'm posting my Instagram story content is more geared towards my TikTok viewers. Okay. All right, I see your hello. If you're just getting on, I will be putting this as a post. Sorry. I can multitask, but sometimes I can't. Okay, so DNA Designs wants to go live with me, so I'm going to see. Let's see if she gets on. Hello.
Oh. Hi.
Did you mean to?
No, I didn't mean to. Sorry.
No, you're.
Okay. How do I get off of here?
You can just exit and get back in.
Okay. I'll exit. Bye.
Bye. All right. If y'all have any other questions, yes. Yes, V. V says, thank you for addressing the fact that both audiences would potentially have different needs or desires. Yes, so you really have to do that market research for yourself. So if you'll have any questions, let me know. Or if you do want to hop on live and ask a question, you can too. I'm going to be on here for about 2 to 3 more minutes. And as I said, if you're just getting on this, there's a replay available. And I am going to put this, if you do want to join my free masterclass, Recycle Your Content, it's time for content facelift. Just send me a DM, say recycle, or just say free masterclass, and I will send you the link to get signed up for that. And we'll be talking about how you can take your content and put it on different platforms. And if y'all don't have questions, I know this is always delayed, but if y'all don't have any questions, then I can't wait to see you on the next live. I think I'm switching to Thursdays. So prior to, I used to go live every Wednesday around this time. And now I'm going to switch to Thursdays. I went live every day for like 30 weeks. Not every day, every week for 30 weeks. Okay, let's see. Okay, I accepted your request. Hopefully you mean to request me. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I have a question. First of all, I just have to say thank you for everything that you do. I've been following you since like the Susie Holman days. And I really appreciate everything that you provide. Like you provide so much information for all of us. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm a entrepreneur, but also mom of little kids, and one is special needs. And so like the time is very valuable. So in that instance, with trying to juggle your time, can you speak to like what I'm not quite sure how to phrase this question, but just like balancing posting the content and to Instagram and then to TikTok, like would you say to do it one right after the other? You know, like if you post to Instagram, then quickly go and post to TikTok, or use the content from previous Instagram posts to go back to TikTok at a later date. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does make sense. So as far as time goes, what really has worked for me is A and B days. So I have like days where I'm like, okay, I'm learning this day, meaning that I'm doing stuff with my mastermind and I'm doing that. And then I have application days. And so I give myself a list of 3 things, one big thing, 2 small things that I'm going to accomplish. So don't give yourself 10,000 things to do because you're just going to disappoint yourself every time, right? But if you give yourself one big thing to do, 2 small things to do that are manageable, and sometimes my small things are like wake up and make my bed because that's the type of like feeling that I'm in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, so as far as repurposing, I would go back to content that relates with your current, I guess, like products or offers that you're doing, right?
Okay.
I would go back and see those and then save those and then start repurposing them. So one
Okay.
thing I'm in that place right now with Pinterest because I kind of took a break from Pinterest because I was like, I had things I was like, it's something that's not fitting in my schedule at this time. And
Sure.
so like, okay, I'm out of this, but so now I'm going back. I did a 30-day Reels challenge. I'm going back to that 30-day Reels challenge and I'm saving those Reels and then copying the caption and then repurposing them on Pinterest now. And this is like content that's like 3 or 4 months old, right? But on Pinterest, it's like new content. And then if I feel like I want to promote something, then I can take the newer content and put that on Pinterest. So you can do the same.
That's super helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. Well, so glad to chat with y'all. I'm going to try and go back to going live every week. But as I said, just DM me if you want the link to the masterclass, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye.